Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and I'm here with sleepy Jasmine. Oh man, somebody's so sleepy. Oof. Oh yes, oh my goodness, what a very good girl. Such a very good girl. Do you know we were talking about you at the staff meeting? Every Wednesday morning we have a staff meeting. And this morning, the discussion was who to put next to Duchess. And the options were Jasmine or Aria. And I was rooting for Jasmine because Jasmine and Duchess came from the same facility. And so I thought maybe they might remember each other and want to be close to each other. But I think everybody else is pretty much set on Aria being the cat, and the reason is they're afraid that Duchess is just a little too athletic and she stalks the other cats an awful lot. So they're not sure if her stalking is like fun, playing, friendly kind of stalking, or if she would be constantly looking for some way to get at just Duchess's feet or ears or whatever through the wire. So there's double rows of wire, and their cage walls are way far apart. They're like 8 or 10 feet apart. But right down there in the water, it's only about 6 inches apart. So it's at least hitting you in the ear. They just wanted to make sure that there was no possible way that anybody could get injured. So it looks like it's going to be Aria going in next to Duchess. And we'll probably give Duchess the bigger enclosure that Priya was in, because Duchess is much more active. Hello, everybody. All these cool cats and kittens are watching sweet Jasmine sleep. You know, one of the things I've been noticing is a lot of the videos that are taken on the camera way down there at the end of vacation rotation, they get so many great shots of the cats doing fun things on vacation, but they all look cloudy to me. I don't know if it's just not a good camera or if we have failed to clean it properly the last time we were in there. Maybe some of you who operate those cameras and see them more often than I do might know what we need to do to fix that. Because it's such a shame for it to be such a great shot of the cats and yet not be very clear. I'm looking for Kali Tiger. And I don't see her laying out. If she's in her den, I don't want to wake her up. As some of you know, I record a day from my diary every day, and I'm now up to September of 2020, and that was while I was on Dancing with the Stars. And while I was on Dancing with the Stars, one of the things that E.T. Entertainment Tonight asked me to do was to keep a weekly blog about how things were going, and to make sure that I took lots of B-roll type videos of behind the scenes kinds of things. And of course I took a lot of video of Pasha and I practicing, and of me practicing by myself so that I could learn the steps. And it's been fun to be recording that segment of my life and have so much video to go with it. There was also, in the one that I recorded today, it won't be out until June 25th. There's Simba under the stairs. You're so silly. He's got so much space. He's got that big open air cage down there. He's got this roofed cage, 2 more roof cages going off to the right there. But he wants to sleep in the tunnel under the stairs. So in the one that I recorded just now, it's dated September 23rd of 2020, and I bank these ahead of time because there's no way I'd be able to do it every single day. I'd get so far behind. And so it won't come out or be published until June the 25th. But there was footage in there that also was happening at the same time that I had talked about on the ET blog, which was the bobcat gator. If you remember the cat that was being chased by the alligator that Jamie and Victor went out to rescue, and they managed to get it away from the alligator. So that footage is in there, and some of the dance footage and some of the funny things that happened when I was wearing that big, huge crown for What's New, Pussycat. My hair got all tangled up in it while my hairdresser went on lunch, and because I couldn't get my shirt off over the top of it, it was a mess. I was a hot mess. But it was cool to have all of that video to be able to use. Okay, he's sleeping. So sleepy. I was thinking, as late in the day as it is, that we might catch some more cats being more active since it's a little bit cooler. The cats are much more active first thing in the morning and last thing before dark. Maybe I'll see if I can get in early in the morning. They're pretty active before feeding time. That's about the only time you're going to see cats pacing here. So they get so excited over breakfast coming. I just had a pop-up come on my screen reminding me that I need to send out the Big Cat briefing. Once a month, I send an email to everybody who's on our email list. It's about 90,000 people. If you don't get that from me every month, I hope you will join at bigcatrescue.org/join. It's free. And we just give you 3 things that are happening at the sanctuary. We try to find 3 things that we think people would really enjoy hearing about and publish that once a month. So here I was thinking, my day is nearly done. And it's like, no, when I get home, I got to fire the computer back up because I didn't get that done yet. I'm looking for Kimba Tiger. Such elusive tigers. Where are you guys? Let me clear this off my screen because I can't see anything. Well, I don't know where he went. He's not up on this platform either. Somebody just said they imagine my work is never done. That does always seem to be the case, but I think that's pretty much the case for everybody. It seems like no matter how much you get done, if you sit down and think about it 5 minutes, you're like, oh, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this. Okay, well, I'm not seeing him on the second lap either. I'm too late probably for evening meds and snacks, and I thought I would catch the enrichment people today, but I think they changed the day that they come out because they weren't there tonight, and they're always here by this time of day. But I know they've had a couple of times where they've set it to a different day than Wednesday recently to get some more participation. I'm not seeing Diablo or Beecher. Let's see if we can find Max and Marianne. Jamie and Victor tried to release that dove that has been in rehab. It had a broken leg, and it can't fly. And it flew fine before, so they're thinking maybe because it hasn't had the ability to exercise its wings, so they put it in a outdoor recovery cage where it can fly, a little aviary. Build up that wing strength so that we can turn her loose. Her legs healed fine. All right, Max and Marianne, where are you guys? Where are those bobcats? Checking their favorite platform and nobody's there. Nobody's home? How can that be? Where are you guys? I think tomorrow, if you see way off in the distance there, that's Funcation. It's 22,000 square feet, and that is where where Nabisco and Flint are currently vacationing, and then they are moving over here. So when they go home, instead of having to catch them this time, we can just set up tunnels, because Flint hates to be caught, and he can just walk across tunnels, and they will be living in these enclosures back here. And the reason they chose these is because this one, if you see that hill at the far end, that one has the fountain and the pool, and Flint loves to play in the water, so we think he's going to really love that. Max and Marianne currently have all of these cages back here, so they could be just about anywhere. Not seeing anybody there. Flint and Nabisco are a delight, aren't they? They're just so playful, so adorable, so zoomy after breakfast in the morning. Sorry about this shuddering of the camera. I think it's not quite in the stabilizer evenly. See if I can fix that without making it bad. Didn't much like that. Where are you, bobcats? I like when the dens are turned away from the tour path so that the cats don't have to look at people when they visit if they don't want to. But if I can only get on one side, it makes it hard for me to tell where they are. The keepers go all the way around, but that's kind of a convoluted mess to go through in and out of a bunch of gates to do that. Still not seeing them. Anybody in there? Nobody's in there. I don't know where they are. This may turn out to be a pretty lame walkabout. Did you guys see the call out that Turpentine Creek did earlier today? It was at 3 o'clock Eastern time. They gave Montana, one of their tigers, a bunch of box enrichment that was welcoming Big Cat Rescue fans. They're very happy to get to know all of you guys and to get to know all of our cats. I think it's a pretty clever thing that they've come up with too. They call it a call out, and for, I don't know how much the donation is, but for a donation, you can have them make enrichment that is dedicated to whatever you want to do, like a birthday wish or an anniversary wish. And then they do a live video of the cats trashing the enrichment and talk to whoever's watching about the fact that you have made that possible. I think that's quite clever. can't believe we're not seeing a single cat. All right, no chaos either. Looking for chaos caracal. Even Flint and Nabisco over there, they are not stalking me, which is unusual. If they hear a voice, they can't seem to help themselves but go into stalk mode. Where are you guys? I spent my morning thanking all of the donors of $500 and up. Hey, Chaos. To Give Day. We send a thank you to everybody at any price, but anybody who donates more than $500 or more gets a video from me and a card. And that took a while because there were a lot of people being very generous for Give Day. And there were some other donors, people that were donating to help feed the cats and people who were donating to help us move to Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. So thank you, everybody who did that. And she's gone. Well, she graced us with her beautiful floppy ear presence for a minute anyway. There's my hellion. One of them anyway. Are you stalking? Oh, that tail's giving you away, Flint. So is that big old yawn. Somebody was sleeping, weren't you? It's like, now that you've seen me, it's no fun. It's only fun if I thought I could get you. He thinks he's going to get over here a little bit closer by coming in this cage, I bet. Is that what you were thinking? You're going to be more sneaky from here? I see your sneakiness. Where's Nabisco? You have to wake him up. He won't be able to hear me. Deb says, peekaboo, Flint. Yeah, I knew it. The minute I turned my back, you'd be sneaking up. Who, me? I wasn't sneaking. I was just going for a drink of water. As long as I'm back here, let's see if we can find Moses and Bailey. had to go around that empty cage to get back over here behind Flint again, and then Moses and Bailey will be on the far side of him. Ha! You got me. You got me. Yes, you did. Woo! 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 Bobcats say woo! They say woo, woo, woo! Oh, somebody got some enrichment. I saw Marie and Barbara and Bethany earlier handing out blood sickles. Looks like Flint got some kind of paper enrichment. See if we can find Bailey in her favorite spot in between the palmettos. Bailey, where's that Bailey Bob? Yep, it's Bailey Butt right there. Isn't that amazing how they just blend right into the environment? She loves sleeping there. And there's no way to get a good look at her face because of the way the cages come together there. I can't get over there where that door is that goes into another cage. So I'd have to be in the cage in order to see under that palmetto bush, which I think she knows. I think you know it. All these tunnels back here are how the cats go to and from funcation. Looking for Shiloh on that side, or Moses, or man, look at the size of that butterfly. How beautiful. Moses is not up on his platform. That's been one of his favorite spots here recently, which is nice because his favorite spot before that was inside that rock. There he is. He's under the platform. Hi. Hello. My handsome. Were you having a bath? Is handsome Moses having a bath? Yeah. What a very good boy. You're such a good boy. You sure look good for 22, 23, 22. 22. He turned 22 on April 22nd, Earth Day. Thank you, Deb. Christine. For any of you who don't know, Christine Metzner is like the night shift here at Big Cat Rescue. She watches the cameras for us, and especially when cats are in intensive care or if they're going through some medical crisis, she gives me a huge dossier on them the next day, complete with photos and videos of everything they did, so that we know how they do overnight. There's beautiful Shiloh. Are you just basking in that evening glow? It's the golden hour. Somebody was complaining that I didn't have the fundraising button on the video, which I found interesting. Some people complain that they don't want us asking for money. Others people complain that we don't make it easy enough for them to help us support the cats. But I was saying that the reason that I don't put it on all of my live videos is because it blocks everything except one line of the comments. So I just get these very brief looks at what you guys are saying or asking, and I apologize if I'm missing any of them. But somebody was saying that they found the sanctuary to be so healing during the pandemic, and I can certainly appreciate how when the whole world is on fire and everybody is scared to death and dealing with illness and financial crisis and everything else, it's nice to see these guys not have a care in the world. I love that about them. They relax knowing that food's going to be coming, vet care is going to be coming, they're always going to be taken care of. And I think there's a lot we can learn from that. Shiloh, they're saying you're just beautiful in this lighting. You're beautiful in any lighting, but particularly so with the sun on your fur. Frankie Bobcat. Frankie's usually a little too busy for me to get that kind of close with him. Oh, I thought I saw him moving back there. It's a squirrel. Don't know where Frankie is. Or a Filmo. He's not in his favorite spot. Somebody send a message out here ahead of me, like, hey, she's coming, everybody hide. We can watch the squirrels anyway. Goodness, we got a bunch of squirrels. Oh, your poor fern. It needs water. It looked so ominous earlier, like we were just gonna get loads of rain, and we got nothing. I could see that it was raining, so somebody in Tampa got rained. But it didn't make it this far to the west. Hi. There's the handsome boy. Yeah. So I'm going to come a little further down so I'm not crowding him. See if there's any way we can do this without looking straight into the sun. I don't know about this. That sun is really bright. There's Filmo. You're right, it is past visiting hours as far as they're concerned. Like, everybody should be gone by now. Why are there people still wandering around? Marcy, there are lots of cardinals here. Deb's got 11 squirrels. I'm sure you do. And your raccoon. It's like, I will not look at you. Thought we might see Smalls way up high, but nope. Wonder if she's underground. These hills that you see are about 8 feet by 12 feet, and then they're about 2.5 feet high, so it's really nice and cool in those dens. I see Gilligan. Just sleeping away. A lot of bird sounds going on. Gilligan's been having a rough time of it, so I didn't want to wake him up. Anytime he can sleep is good. Let's see here. Got a rock in my shoe. Volunteers did a nice job of cleaning up Val's cage. It had so many ferns, there was just no room for her to walk around, so they trimmed that back a lot, with her only having 3 legs and 1 eye. She needs all the help she can get in manicuring her estate. Where's Summer? Where's that Summer bobcat? There she is. You're in a different part of the ferns. Hi. Hello, my precious. Were you sleeping? Yeah? Goodness, you're hard to see in there. You're too hard to see. Little summer bobcat. What is that interesting smell? Is that so interesting? Oh man, I want to get a good big whiff of that. Clearly woke you up. I'm more worried that she's looking at my toes. Those look like chicken necks, don't they? Those ugly toes. I'm sorry. I have nothing for you in your treat box there. I know. What good am I? Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Spider webs. Oh, she's not following us. Hello. There's Mrs. Claus. Hi. Oh, who's a good girl? You're a very good girl. Yeah. Oh, that's such a twitchy tail. He's so very twitchy. Whoops. Fall over the hose here. It's very, very sweet of you to come out. I know it takes a lot to get you out of that barrel. We can see if Mouser is awake or Ariel. Then maybe head over to Duchess Tiger. If I can remember where I left my bike. I think it was all the way back at Max and Marianne. Hey, Ariel. All right, I got my camera way above my head and I can't tell whether or not you guys can see her. Hi. Oh, I see your tail. I see your ridiculous tail. I'm gonna leave you alone. Where is Duchess Tiger? She must be in that hill. I don't see her anywhere else. Yep, I see a paw. That's all I see is a paw. Okay, you see the paw? Well, so much for that. Okay, well, on the way back to my bike, there is still Cyrus that we might get to see. Yeah, you better run, squirrel. You're in a tiger cage. Coming up on Cyrus's cage. Where's the very trilly one? Nowhere to be seen. That's where he is. You can barely see Max, Tiger, in that den, way across the lake. My camera's like, where? Where? I don't see it. This is part of Lovey's cage up front here, but I never see her use this part of the cage. She likes the second cage back better. And the third one. I wish you guys could smell it here. It smells so divine. All of the jasmine and gardenias. Only Jasmine isn't in this cage because she is on vacation rotation. When we do this big switcheroo, we were discussing whether Jasmine should go back to her cages or if she should go over there by Max. I don't know if you can see him, but there's Kimba way back there, also sleeping in the tunnel. Let's see, he's just to the left of that tree. See the tiger stripes? Tunnel cats, man. But the idea was to give Kimba all of these cages over here, everything on Tiger Island, and that kind of terrified Jamie because, oh my catness, there's so many tunnels involved, and if you're a keeper and you're in the middle of all those tunnels, it's really hard to keep track of where he is, and he's so scary that I don't think we want to have to train everybody on how to manage that tunnel system with him having any more access than he already has. He currently has 4 cages that are at least 1,800 square feet each. But the cages that he will have at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, I think those guys start at around 20,000 square feet, which is half an acre. So that's going to be much more space to be a tiger, do whatever he wants. I just saw him do a slow roll back there. All right, well, we're back at my bike. At least we had a good spotting of it. Pun intended. So thank you everybody for coming along. I'm sorry that was not the best walkabout ever. And it's only 84 degrees, so I don't know why there are so few cats out and about. Plenty of bird sounds if you're into birds. Hope to see you in the morning. Thank you everybody who's been donating for Give Day. Give Day is going to be on May the 2nd, which is going to be next Tuesday. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff all day on May 2nd, but all the donations between now and then all count to Give Day. If you go to bigcatrescue.org/Give Day, or if you do it here on Facebook, just designate that you want it for Give Day. Thanks again. Mwah. It won't shut down. You'll have to come home with me.